Good morning, everyone. Like Natalia said, thank you very much for you to support us in our senior presentation. So last week I presented my documentary about the influence that media has in the international students and their American dream. And I organized and I kind of organized a little bit an hour documentary, and I put in 6 minutes video just to show you a brief resume from my documentary. So we will start with that small video.
My mom actually, when I was about to go, she said it in a joking way, but I knew she was really letting me know the truth. Like, she was like, yo, be a good boy when you get there.
No offense to Buffalo, but you feel like you're in a bit of a vortex, you're kind of stuck in the city.
I like to say that I came to the United States, because right now I am in Southwest Virginia.
You can take the American everywhere.
Honestly, I had a lot of expectations.
It definitely did not match sort of what I had expected.
And the stuff that I see here is nothing like what I see in television or American movies.
A lot of things that I really didn't see in post-production.
We are 100% influenced by American movies.
Well, the movies are from America, I guess. There's a lot of movies that show that, and it's shown everywhere. It's not like we have the same amount of Indian movies in Brazil as we have as American movies.
Like the first thing she said to one American on our team, the only one that we have right now, she said that when she came here, the only thing she had in her mind was American Pie. And that if she would go parties every day, a lot of fun, drink, party, friends, these kind of things. And then she come here and she just saw that it wasn't really, it's not the American life.
And it kind of, you envy a little bit, you want that. And I remember wanting to go to prom so badly, wanting to go to homecoming so badly, wanting to go to football games even though our thing was hockey.
American Pie is a really, really good one. So I think we all watched that back home, and it influenced my mind.
Giving such high expectations, it's not good.
I've been in several cities so far, and this is a big difference.
And I did see New York, I saw Los Angeles, I saw Washington DC, and they're all pretty big and amazing, but in the movies they just look so much better and bigger than everything else.
You just get these informations from all over, and you just memorize them and start thinking big, basically.
America has such a big influence over the world, and it has the same over Canada as well.
And I think that is why a lot of people live feel unfortunately. It's of course Hollywood, for instance. It's mass production. You already think that these kind of movies are gonna be so much better, and they spend so much money in this kind of not only the movie, to advertise the movie.
And the movie, it's really, I wouldn't say it's easy, but it's something that is planned,
I think it's always a question what you want to have in real life. And I
In
think
real life, it's just a lot more difficult, and sometimes you have your ups, sometimes you have your downs.
they don't mind saying that I'm half Irish or half German. They don't mind that.
So when I know that there's internationals here who haven't gone home in 4 or 5 years or even longer than that, and they have no plans of going home simply because they need to stay here and they need to follow their dreams and they need to work hard.
If the population of the US have actually voted for a president who wants to create a wall between Mexico and the US so no more immigrants can cross the border, it's kind of an injury to us.
Very, very, very impressive when you meet an international from a country around the world, from somewhere else who has become so successful in America.
I feel like the world, the American world right now, is full of anger, there are religious disputes, racial disputes.
You can have an American dream being an international, and you can definitely have an American dream being an American.
you have really, really good opportunities if you're willing to work hard that you get a good job over here.
I'd say it's a land of opportunities, definitely.
It absolutely is a lot of opportunities, and you can see it just by how many internationals come to the States to study, to work, to change their lives, to bring their families here, all that kind of stuff.
There are a lot of things that you can achieve here that you cannot really achieve back home.
I don't know, it just feels that way. It just feels big, it feels amazing, it feels wonderful, the place of opportunity.
As it is said, it's the land of the free, so if it's the land of the free, everyone has the equal opportunity.
I know I came here thinking one thing about America, and everything I thought was changed for the good and for the worse as well.
I still come here because this is something that I need to do to better myself in the future.
The American dream give people something to believe.
You shouldn't be limited, you shouldn't be limited. You should be given the opportunity to be successful in life.
I started realizing everything that I'm doing is not really what I want to do.
The American dream is still alive, but not active.
I think you realize a lot of freedom and opportunity, but I don't believe the Americans are really free.
The American dream is dead only if you want him dead.
Is your American dream still alive?
No, not really.
It will always have aspects of it that are alive, and always have aspects of it that are declining.
Every time I always say this, like, each time you're making a decision, you should always think about the next generation.
Americans need to see what the American dream looks like from an outsider's perspective.
Learn not only about yourself, but life about others. And I don't know, that's the great thing of humanity.
Okay. So every year, many of internationals decide to risk their lives and change and start a new chapter in their lives in the land of the Uncle Sam. That everyone know that expression. And some statistics that I found, for example, for Migration Policy Institute, international student enrollment in US colleges and universities increased 10% between school year 2013 and 14 and 14 and 15, and was the highest growth rate in 35 years. In 2017, there are 1,078,822 international students, with all the enrollment of 3.4% in America, 1.18 million of F1 visas and M1, and F1 is related with students from other countries who try a new opportunity in US. So, like I am international as well. When we realized we want to come to America because the media, not just because we want to see and have fun in America, but no, because we are influenced by the media, especially the American movies. American movies, about a little bit more about international students. With my interviews, the interviews that I had, and the conversations, not just professional interviews, the friendly conversations that I have with the 6 students that I choose, the most valuable findings that I get was they decide to come here to conquer their dreams, the American dream, that I will speak later, and the influence that they have, the expanding their career opportunities, and to enjoy the positive and the negative points, to grow like as a person. For example, the most important companies in the world are based in the US. The international students will be closer to the recruitment network in the business area. They will have the opportunity to learn how to speak a different language, because even in Europe, like we have different countries, different languages in Europe. But for example, I'm a Portuguese, and I'm traveling to Spain and sometimes they don't understand me. Even Natalia is Brazilian, and she's kind of struggling to understand the Portuguese guy speaking so fast. So if you know English, it will be way easier to travel all over the world. And that's one of the main points that international students travel to US to have opportunity to study and have the better and good conditions to learn English. Fighting for more opportunities, even all the negative points, international students still believe that America is the land of opportunities. Not all, but in 6, maybe 4, 3.5, they accept that the idea of the land of opportunities. Play competitive sport while continue their education. For example, back home, it's not easy to organize their schedule, to play soccer, to play tennis, basketball, golf, whatever. At the same time, you can study and have a to study and have a good education. Or you choose one or you choose the other. Or you are a professional athlete or you are a student all the time. So here you have the possibility and the conditions to organize, to have both decisions in your life. The last one was the adventure and the change of scenery. For example, people I will speak later as well about the movies, but I will never, if I knew it, I never listen anything about Louisville or West Virginia. We are confronted and influenced by the media looking just for New York, Chicago, Boston, Venice, Huntington Beach, California, and not West Virginia. And the interviews that I got, all the international students know West Virginia and this adventure make them grown as a professional and especially as a person, because it was such a big difference, such a big change of scenario that they need to grow up and stand up as a person, adult. Speaking more about the media and the all youth, like Rio said in that video that I showed before, yes, we can see French movies, we can see Indian movies, of course, and probably they have a lot good quality. But the main ones are the American movies. Every single country, like Natalia said, we are 100% influenced by the American movies. And like I said before, you never saw and you never have the image of West Virginia, the country area. One more time, like Natalia said, she's in the real America, the country area, not the American dream that they try to pass and to influence us. And it's funny because we want, for example, my American dream starts when I give the first step and I left the airplane when I arrived to America. But that was what I think. But with this project, I can understand that my idea of American dream and try to pursue my dreams was already created before, since 15 years old. For example, the movie American Pie. The movie American Pie, we have like all the good life in college. You never see a book, probably. In that movie, if you see one book, no, it's true, you never see a book. So you saw parties, you saw, in my case, like girls, great environment, etc. But that's not the real life, you understand? If the internationals came here, was with their idea, but they need to realize that they need to fight for like their future, new opportunities, you understand? And what the media pass for us is a completely different world. Yes, you have still very good opportunities, very good things in America, in US, but it's not like the paradise that like the media try to pass. Like I said, the media is selling opportunities, dreams. US is a paradise. You go everywhere, you can conquer everything. You go to New York, after 1 week, you are the boss of your company. You understand? It's not true. You need to go. You know, everyone knows. But the movies, or for example, Mikey, he said, in the movies, everything is already organized to a happy ending. Paloma said the same. But in the reality, I hope everyone here has a happy ending, but you never know if we will have or not. So you need to fight, resilience, you need to fight again and fight again to try to reach the top. That's the meaning of the real life. Fell down and return to fight again. And in the movies, like I can give an example, for example, like one movie, you have like awesome things, you go to New York. Whoa, amazing. And after you have 1 minute of a bad moment in the movie, like 2 minutes, and after you already start fighting and conquer your dreams. So you have just a small amount of time of bad moments in the movie. But in the end, you go to the cinema now. You already know what's going to be the end. It's true. Okay, they will stay together. He will reach his goals. He will reach his dreams. You understand? Everyone knows. So that's the main point of the media right now. Not just right now, but selling opportunities, dreams, and paradise. And you can achieve everything in America. Like I said before, can you find the same lifestyle? I don't want to give my opinion now because I don't want to be biased, and it was not the most important goal that I want to reach. But with the interviews that I got, with the creative project that I did, and as I said, it was not just a professional interview. It was a conversation between international students and friends, and that's why I want to pass their ideas. Some of them, yes, they said you can reach their goals if you want to. Or, for example, the movie American Pie. If your goal is coming to US just to have fun, party, and after leave without conquer anything, yes, you can have that. I've been in some parties like that, I'm being honest. But in the end, you think, is that the main purpose to your life? Is that the main goal that you want to? And all the international students, the 6 ones that I interview, everyone said, no, that's not the main goal. I came to US not just to have the good life, but even if I need to pass bad moments, I will try to fight for my dreams. Being an American dream or being a Brazilian dream, a Zimbabwe dream. You understand? Doesn't matter. So, American dream, it starts with the Declaration of Independence. The idea that everyone deserves the opportunity to fight for a better life is passing by generation to generation. For example, my father doesn't speak English, and he saw American movies with subtitles, and he spoke with me about the American dream. Why? Because he's in the sofa like every Sunday singing an American movie. That's the truth, and he passed that idea. When I said, before I came here, I have opportunity or go to Istanbul, Turkey, or Bluefield, West Virginia. It's true. And what was my decision? You understand? I arrived to Bluefield. I'm here. And after 2 years, if I regret, no. If I change something, yes, probably I will change something, but that's not the main purpose. But I choose Bluefield because I choose America. You understand? Even if you need to start in Bluefield and go up and up, the idea that I have in my mind is what? New York. Why? Because I always see the media and American movies influence me for New York. That's my main dream. And who tell me that I will have a better life in New York than in Bluefield? No one. No one. But the idea that I have here is me walking with Times Square with my camera, or with my girlfriend, and having fun. You understand? That's the main idea that I have. So, for example, I asked yesterday as well, but Professor Maki, what is your idea of American dream? That's my time to ask you something.
Well, I've probably already achieved what I conceive of as the American dream: a family, a good job, a house, a car.
Professor Z?
Freedom. Freedom to be who you want to be. For women, my age back in the 1950s, we couldn't own homes, we couldn't live our lives alone, and to have that freedom is amazing. To own a home, to be able to, we would walk into banks and we would not be given loans to own banks, not banks, but homes. So I think it's, freedom, I think is to be who you want to be, the kinds of choices, life choices that you want, career choices.
Professor Vasco?
To me, the American dream is if you work hard, if you really apply yourself, you can achieve almost anything. Almost.
Someone else wants to share their idea of American dream? No? Okay. So with these three answers, it's funny because you have different generations, and the interview that I had, the guys that I choose to interview was my age, or everyone was from my age. And the answers were not very different. You understand? About freedom, about fighting for their dreams, having a family, a house. You understand? And that 6 guys who answer me, they say the same. Of course, like with different views at different backgrounds that the professors have, and that the guys who I interview, they have it. But if the juice of the answers, if you understand what I'm saying, like the main idea, everyone has the same opinion. You know, even if you are from a different area, a different continent, is fighting for a better life, fighting for your dream, freedom. You understand? And that's what one of the biggest find that I had in my paper, my research, my creative project, was even if, yes, you have problems in America that I will show after, but the idea is kind of similar for each generation, like I said about me and my father. But nowadays, a big problem is how the media can influence in a good way or in a bad way. How is still the big question of my project is if the American dream is still alive. For example, for Leo, like he said in the video, no, it's not at all. For Natalia, if you let me share, she said the same. I don't believe the American dream is still alive. For Jesse, Mikey, Angelo, yes, they said it's still alive, but it's some issues that you need to change. It's not because I love America and I still fight for my American dream, that is not space to improvement. And increasingly difficulty for international students, or US is not the perfect and led by equality, just and freedom that we fight for. Or is there an idea that merely turn America's business and property? That was one of the main answers of negative points about the American dream. And it's true. Because you see the news, you see everything, you saw a lot of problems like Mikey said in the video, racism, you look for one person, Natalia said Americans don't have problem to say that I have family in Germany, I have family in Ireland. But you never listen, or not never, but you don't listen a lot of people from here saying I have family in Zimbabwe or in Iran, you understand? So you can probably pass from the movies. It's like the American dream is getting just a business, just an idea created by the movies and the media. But when you try to in the reality, to make that happen, I don't know if that is easier than like for the answers that I received, it's not that easier than the movies. So for some students, the idea of American dream is nothing more than an illusion. For others, it's still alive, like they told me. But the main purpose of this project was giving you a brief explanation about American dream, and the influence that the media have on it. But the main goal was share the ideas of people all over the world. And I did about international movies because I can't do about everyone, but I spoke about this topic with Americans. You understand? Not just with internationals. And even Americans, they believe, some of them taken for granted, take the education, the opportunities for granted. Other ones are ready and prepared to move their lives for other places and take their American dream for a Korean dream. You understand? And that's the main goal. It's not just about American dream and the America that the media try to sell it, but it's about your own dreams, what you want to reach in your life, what you want to pursue, what you want to be in the future. That's the main goal, the main idea that I have. Okay, and that's my project and my presentation. So, any questions?